Hey folks, Mike Naso here from Radio NHCWX. We have an extraordinary hurricane off the coast of Louisiana. This is Hurricane Katrina. And Hurricane Katrina has winds of 160 miles per hour, making it a Category 5 hurricane. And there is the Louisiana coast where my finger is, and there is the eye of the hurricane on a rendezvous with southeast Louisiana or western Mississippi. And it could be a Category 5 hurricane near the New Orleans area, one of the worst case scenarios that we have feared for quite a long time. And you can see there that the eye has been moving pretty steadily towards the northwest, anticipated a turn to the north, which should bring it right over the city. So Hurricane Katrina is going to be one for the record books.
And that was me about 1 year ago exactly, tracking this Hurricane Katrina, this epic storm in towards southern Louisiana and western Mississippi, coming on in as a Category 3 hurricane, although the storm surge impact was that of a Category 5, and the catastrophic damage in Louisiana and Mississippi certainly showed that. So August 29th, 2005, forever living in hurricane history. August 29th, 2006, a little bit more uneventful. Looking out there now, you can see Tropical Storm Ernesto moving off the coast of Cuba, Hurricane John rapidly intensifying in the eastern Pacific, and a tropical wave down here. This could become Florence down the road. Here's the latest on Tropical Storm Ernesto, 45-mile-an-hour winds, so it's starting to intensify ever so slightly. It's moving northwest at 12, 1,005 millibars. And the forecast here has it later tonight approaching Florida as a moderate to strong tropical storm, trying to become a hurricane but not making it, coming inland late tonight, early Wednesday, and then moving back out late Wednesday night, strengthening close to hurricane status, and then moving in once again probably on Thursday evening somewhere in the Carolinas, and then becoming a powerful extratropical system up near me here in northern Ohio. So if you live up here, don't think that Ernesto won't be anything, because it certainly can. Now you're looking at this and you're going, wow, are we going to see an eye pop out here? Absolutely not, because the center is right down here. So looks are deceiving. You can see the flow of air right in here towards the center. So the center's in here, but most of the convection is out over the water. If the center can move a little bit more over the water, we could see a significant burst before landfall. And that burst could take it up towards 65, 70 miles an hour. Don't be surprised. But in general, I'm going to tell you something. Haiti saved it, or saved the United States and Florida. Killed Ernesto, but saved land, because had it not gone through Haiti, had it taken the forecast track even north of Jamaica and followed Cuba, it would have been right now a Category 3 or 4 hurricane. I think it could have very well strengthened reminiscently of Rita over the Gulf of Mexico and become a Category 5 hurricane over that loop current if it entered the Gulf as a Category 3, and it would have headed up towards Louisiana or the Panhandle, devastated areas. It would have been bad. So Florida, I know you're getting hit. I know it flooded Haiti and the Dominican and eastern Cuba, but I'm telling you, the overall impact of this hurricane will go down in history a lot less, I think, than it would have. You can see the model guidance spread, most of them trending a little bit more westward, and you saw the Hurricane Center track pretty much stay on target, but it might shift just a little bit. The longer it moves westward, the more time it has over water, so the more westerly tracked, the more chance of it becoming a hurricane. You can see once it gets up over land, some of the models diverge on where exactly it should go, anywhere from Indiana to Cape Cod, so that's a large area there. You can see the upper level wind shear is becoming more favorable. In fact, it's going to become pretty much ideal for development as it approaches Florida. So lucky that this thing, again, is so weak and not going to have much time over water. If anything wants to form in the central Atlantic, conditions look rather good for development of anything that would try and develop, wind shear-wise, at least temporarily. Ernesto impacts, or Ernesto Impacto. That's the joke. Or, Ernesto is not a Spanish name. It's actually an Italian name. Yeah, so I guess that joke was stupid. 1 to 3 feet storm surge near the landfall area. Maybe locally a bit more if it could become a hurricane, but unlikely. 5 to 10 inches of rain along track, locally higher. Now, keep in mind, a lot of Florida is still devastated. I mean, Charlie, Francis, Gene impacting the state, and then last year you had Katrina move across, and then Rita impact the Keys, and then Wilma devastate it. So you're talking about a lot of blue tarps, and if you get heavy rain, that's not going to bode well. Isolated tornadoes and waterspouts probably likely near the Keys in South Florida. Strong winds possibly gusting to hurricane force. Not out of the realm of possibility. If it comes in as a strong tropical storm, it could have wind gusts to hurricane. There's this impressive tropical wave trying to get a circulation here, and this is, I think, a good candidate for Florence. As a matter of fact, remember when the ITCZ was down here? I circled that wave. I said, something's telling me this wave's persisting, and it's going to move into the Caribbean. It became Ernesto. So I definitely keep an eye on this wave, as it would probably move a little bit more towards the islands rather than a more northward track, since this is already too far south. A little bit further out, another good wave moved off Africa, losing some convection, but I wouldn't be surprised to see us get Florence and Gordon over the next week or so off Africa. Hurricane John becoming a dangerous hurricane, 80 miles an hour west-northwest at 983 millibars, is rapidly intensifying. Hurricane Center has it paralleling the coast, which warrants watches and warnings, becoming a major hurricane, then turning out, but there's still some uncertainty in how strong it'll get and where it will go. There's that dreaded pinhole eye forming. I personally think that this could very easily rapidly become a Category 3 or 4 hurricane by tonight, given the small eye and the bursting CDO. I mean, this is a very tiny cyclone. This is the type of storm that the 35 Labor Day hurricane was. One that just pops out a small eye and just explosively deepens. And it appears to be moving more northward, and if it could strengthen rapidly, then it's going to get closer to the coast. So you have to watch this very carefully. I mean, I'm telling you, with this Super Typhoon Aoki out here, 155 mile an hour winds, going to move as a Category 3 or 4 over the next few days west-northwest. It could strengthen very quickly back up to phenomenal levels if it wants to. It's got a large eye, perfect environment, very hot water, all the ocean in the world. And I'm telling you, these Central Pacific storms and the Eastern Pacific, very reminiscent of 2002, although 2002 was worse, and that was an El Nino year. So I think we could very well be in an El Nino, or at least the beginnings of one. I'm Mike Naso. That's the latest on Tropical Storm Ernesto. Stay tuned to Internet Partnership Radio.